Say hi to Piper. Sup? We'll get it out of the way. I got skin issues. I'm getting my period. This is the time that I look the ugliest in the month. So, whatever. I don't care. Okay. I wanted to talk about choice for a second. I get a lot of people that, I think that's one of the most asked questions, is about choice and free will and if it exists. And I think a lot of people ask expecting an answer. There's a specific answer you want to hear because it alleviates something. This is what I think for a lot of people, okay? I could be wrong. I don't think I am, just like everybody else. People want to hear there's nothing happening. There's no choice. There's really no free will. Because they've heard it from a zillion other people. I know you guys have. And I know when you ask me, you're expecting to hear the same thing from me. And I have a sense, I have a hunch at why you want to hear that specific thing from me. You want the nobody's there, nothing's happening, coddling. So that the things that you currently feel like you have to do get put off and bypassed. I'm gonna give it to you straight, like I usually do. Kind of. I guess I can't really give it to you too straight. I know, I look so tired. I need a nap, dude. I need a nap. I look like Edward Cullen right now. It's whatever, okay? But you know it does you absolutely nothing for anybody to sit here and tell you there's no free will. There's no choosing. There's no whatever. I won't do it. You know why? Because if you feel like there's free will, that's the current level of reality that you are living in. Me telling you there's no free will, there's no choosing, only makes you try to integrate something that doesn't feel like truth to you. You're like, oh, well, I don't want what I feel. I don't want what I feel is my truth. I want what is the truth. I want to know what... If you feel like the truth is that you choose and you have a choice and you chose to ask me, you chose to wake up, I guess you don't choose to wake up in the morning, you chose what you wanted to eat for breakfast, or if you wanted to eat, or if you feel like choice is a part of your life, then it is. That's not the message that everybody told me. They told me that I do not choose. Well, yeah. Then why are you having a hard time taking that? Why do you feel the need to ask every creator then if you do have a choice and a free will? It's because you don't believe it. If you believed it, there would be no question. And careful, I'm not telling you not to question. I'm not telling you, oh, well, if I believe this, I have to not question it and just take it. Don't do that. Question everything. You question everything. Question until you don't have a question left. Don't cut yourself off. Do not cut yourself off. You have to meet yourself where you are at. It does you absolutely no good to try to conceptualize these things, okay? Because when somebody tells you straightforward, there's no one doing it. There's no one doing it. You can tell I'm getting my period. I'm super bitchy right now, but this is my hag phase. But anyways, when you get that message straight on, what happens is it's not your lived reality. You walk around feeling like you do have a choice and you do believe in choice. But somebody told you that there is ultimately no choice. So you tried to conceptualize it and integrate it into your walking reality by saying it over and over and over again, or having somebody tell it to you over and over and over again. This is conceptual. That way is conceptual. It does not lead to this. You guys are throwing yourself through a fucking... I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why you would want to do that. And listen, even the people telling you that there's no choice and no free will and blah, 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 blah. I'm sure, and they can act all zen and whatever if they want to. I'm pretty sure that if somebody came and held a gun and said, hey, is there no free will? If there's no free will, you're cool if I just... I'm pretty sure they would find it in them to muster up some believable belief in some free will and choice at some level. Really sure, I'm sure that they would. You can't be from an ultimate perspective through the subjective person all the time. No, you cannot. Which means, yeah, it's cool, because on this level of reality, there is choice. There is free will on this level. Maybe you could say it's the only place, but people try to transcend this. They're like, oh, well I want to why would you want to do that? I don't get why anybody would want to do that. I don't understand. This is where there's creation and intention and free will and movement. Conceptually, you know that. This is the area that you're operating on. If you're trying to realize it out there, and you're trying to realize it by, it is brainwashing yourself. I don't give a fuck if that word is triggering to you guys. I do not care. It is to brainwash yourself. If it's not your walking reality, it's a lie. And there's no way to keep telling yourself whatever until it's your reality. This isn't an affirmation. You're trying to get it mentally. You're trying to get it whatever. Trying to get it at all is trying to do that. So I don't understand. I don't understand. And if you're trying to use there's nothing to do to bypass something, stop. If it's not your walking reality, you're living a relative lie. It doesn't matter what's happening ultimately. It really doesn't matter what's happening ultimately. All you have right now is the subjective. If you're asking the questions, if you're seeking and you're still questioning, you got a question, you are relative, you are subjective. You're in a body, you're subjective, you're relative. It is nice to be told ultimately there's nothing to do. It's nice. It's comforting. People say, it's not comforting. It's scary because we're saying nobody's doing it and you have to let go. No, it's comforting to be there. For the depressed person, did a bird just shit in my hair? No fucking way. Wait, is this, wait, did it shit in my hair? Did a bird just shit in my hair for real? Okay, I'm scared to touch it. Okay, no, it was just a leaf. Okay, we're okay for now. Anyways, what was I saying? Okay, it's easy to bypass that shit. When you're depressed and you feel horrible and you've been trying to feel better, all you want to hear is there's nothing to do, whatever. And ultimately, I'll give you what you want. Ultimately, yeah, there's nothing to do. But if that's not your lived reality and you really feel like there's something to do, then there is. That's not what I want to hear. Of course not. Of course not. Well, if I just realize that there's nothing to do, then there's nothing to do. Well, isn't that doing something? Isn't that something to do on your checklist? To do whatever you can to try to realize that nothing's still something to do. You can't escape that. And even and I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm ultimate perspective. It feels full circle. I'm not going to bullshit you guys. I'm still in a body. And I'm not going to deny that. And I really think if somebody denies that they are, it's like they're talking to you. You know, you can't, of course somebody's going to say it's not an experience or I'm not here, whatever. If you ask somebody, you know, during a very like intense psychedelic experience, they're going to tell you that, well, this is just my reality, or this is just what's happening, and I'm not. When they eventually you have to come down and describe it in a way that makes sense here. And does it do it justice? No. I don't know why you guys want that so bad. And again, I'm not your non-dual drug dealer. You know, it's nice to hear that there's no choice, because if you're a person that's always scared of making the wrong one, it alleviates, what is this? Fuck off, man. If you're a person that is always riddled with anxiety over what is the right or wrong choice, it's an excellent message. It's a great message. There's no one choosing anyway. If you feel like there is, if you really feel like there's choice. See, it's a feeling, not a knowing. It's a feeling, not a knowing. Oh, there's a woodpecker. Oh, I didn't get a woodpecker. Okay, anyways. I need a decent night of sleep. Leave me alone. I know. Boobs. I don't know. But it's a feeling. You know how sometimes you get the feeling that this is the right thing to do, this is the feeling that this is the wrong thing? This doesn't happen in every instance, but it's like felt. Sometimes you can't reason it. Truth is a feeling, not a concept. Like, oh, well, it's not even a feeling. That's the only way I could describe it to you right now. So, it's a feeling. You could feel truth. Just like somebody could feel when somebody's lying, when somebody's, whatever, when something's not right, when something's this. You feel it. You can feel truth. Do you feel like there's free will? Do you feel like you're able to choose? And I would say if you feel the pressure of a choice, then you do feel choice. You feel like choice is real. That is your walking reality. That is your walking reality. Now, if you were to feel that there was no choice, and you really felt that, and you could say that without your mind or your body or something else coming in and questioning it or saying whatever, then I would say, yeah, maybe your real experience is that there's no free will, or the experience is that there's no free will. If it feels absolutely right. If there's no doubt about it. I gotcha. And what people will try to do with this, well, first they'll question me, right? Who is this girl? Is she awakened? Is she, you know? If it doesn't resonate, go on to the next. I do not care. I don't care. Question, you're free to question. I get why you would, but I have no interest in persuading somebody that's hell-bent on alleviating themselves. Hell-bent on brainwashing themselves to alleviate something, seeking to alleviate something. I have empathy for you, but I'm not going to bullshit you. I don't sell anything. I don't care to sell anything. Anyway, you have to start from where you're at. You ask the question, and you try to get it a zillion times. There's nothing happening. There's nothing happening. There's nobody here. There's no free will. There's no none of this. Words. And you want to give up this truth that you feel, which is that I feel like I do have choice. I feel like I might have free will. I might be able to choose to run if somebody were to start shooting at me or attacking me, or fight back if I wanted to. If you still feel like that's real, which you know is very, very reasonable to feel, I would say correct. To feel, to think, maybe. I would, and you're trying to transcend that. You're like, oh, well, I really feel this way. And Ariana and Theo over here telling me nothing's happening and nobody's doing any of this stuff and there's no free will. And you're like, okay, well, I'll just switch this belief and tell myself this 100 fucking times and listen to everybody tell me this 100 times till it registers in my brain. It's not how it works. I'm sorry, that's not how, I don't know, that is not how it works. And it would be absolutely useless for me to sit here and tell you the same regurgitated, oversimplified message that will only confuse you, leaves you trapped. It confuses you or it sets you at ease. I don't want to do either of those. I don't care to do either of those. I don't care to ease you with something that is not really a truth because it's not the truth you're experiencing. All you have is relative truth right now. All you have is the level that you are at. And that is the truth for you. So if you feel like there's choice, if you feel like there's free will, you experience it daily. You could choose to smile today, or you could choose to make your hand do this. That's your reality. Take it or leave it. I know. Okay, look, I have to stop doing. I always jump, like, I look horrible. Okay, leave me alone. This has been a nice talk. I hope you're well. I know there's gonna be a little there's gonna be a little bypasser, a little passive aggressive, non-dual bypasser in the comments. Probably a few being like, oh, you have to regurgitate the same message and tell everybody the same thing and look like this. You guys are fucking annoying. I don't like you. Anyway, you guys have a nice day. Bye.